Assalamu alaikum everyone. Okay, let us start our class, today's class, uh, while other people can join us in between. So in today's, first let us review in our last class what we have learned. Okay, if you remember in our last class, we have learned about switch. Okay, so if you have any doubt, any clarification need to be done related to any of the topic, so we can review it here. Otherwise I will do a little fast recap. Switch cases, what we have learned in our last class regarding switch case. uh, if we are talking about switch case, in if you remember in our previous class, we have learned about if statement. uh, why we are doing this if and else if statement to perform multi-way function. If this condition is gets true, if not gets true, then else will come. And we have another condition, if this condition is not true, else if this condition is not true, else if this condition is not true. So we are using multiple if and else if in order to reach our desired condition. So there is another way to use if and else if condition, which we are using as a switch case. you know by the way, the switch case is if and else if is not always best solution to perform. If even especially when you have many cases. So instead of this, you are using switch cases. So with the switch statement, uh, it handle exactly the situation. It for example, if you wanted to you know for example, uh, what you call that, matching some condition, and you can put on top of any condition, and if this condition will gets true, then you can able to the function will perform any statements, like that. uh, what we have done in switch case. uh, the object of a switch statement is to give an expression to evaluate, and several different statement to exactly based on the value of the expression. Okay, so the interpreter check whether each case against the value of the expression until a match is found. If nothing matches, it will goes to the default condition. So that's how switch will work. So I hope you have done your practice on the switch cases. uh, Next thing we have learned about while loop. What is the while loop? Basically, while return a program, you may encounter a situation. Hold on. Okay. In while loop, you may encounter a situation where you need to perform an action over and over again. There will be some repeated task. You need to do it again and again. In such situation, you would need to write some loop statement to reduce the number of lines. Okay. So for example, I wanted to perform oh, one mechanism. So, and it will this task is repeatedly performed. So with this task, what I do, I will get the help of loops. Okay, one of the loop we have learned is while loop. Okay, this is the most basic loop in JavaScript. In while loop, which would be, we can the purpose of the while loop is execute a statement or code of block repeatedly as long as an expiration is true. Okay, as uh, whenever we see there is any expression is true, this loops will get stopped. Okay, once the expression become false, the loop will terminate, something like that. Okay, so and hope you have understand this while loop as well, and the practice which I have recommend you, so you have done at your home as well. And by the way, I already forward you one of the book where you can, you know, search this while loop, switch case, do loop, and for loop. Okay, so after this, in between revision, I will let you know how you use that book actually. Next topic, we learn about the do while loop. Okay, and another loop we have learned for loop. The for loop is the most compact for a looping. It include the, you know, three important parts as I explain you: the loop initialization, the test statement, and iteration statement. Okay, so these three statement you can perform at the start of the loop, and accordingly loop will perform, you know, according to the statement, the initialize statement, the test statement, and iteration statement. Okay, so these four things we have learned in our last class. Okay, and I want you to open the book which I have sent you. Okay, in the book, if you see, there are, everyone can see, right? A smarter way to learn JavaScript. Okay, so if you will come to the chapters, there are many chapters are available, alerts, variable. You, if you want, you can start learning with this way. You know, we have learned about if statement. Okay, if you go to if statement, okay, if statement, you know, there will be, you know, complete definition, complete the syntax, each and everything is available for you here. Okay, and at the same time it will give you complete coding. Okay, and the good thing, it will give you the coding practice. Okay, this is the coding practice. Find the interactive coding exercise for this chapter at, as soon as you click this link, it will take you to the link where you can do some practice for related to this thing. What are the first four character of an if statement? Okay, so so you need to, if you know the four character of an if statement, otherwise you can easily check your answer over here. The four character of if statement: if, and bracket, like that. Okay, so after that you can click on next slide, exercise. What character ends the first line of an if statement? Okay, then you, if you don't know answer, it will give you answer, you like that. You know, you remember we have started with curly bracket, something like that. So there will be 20 question for that one. So you can start learning with the smart way. So this, you know, this exercise will lead you, you know, step by step for each and every lesson. Okay, let's go back to our this thing, and I'm going back our. Okay, so this is our chapters. Okay, if a statement we have learned. Okay, there is arrays, now the loops. Okay, we already learned for loops. This for loops, there must be some switch also should be there. How I will find switch? switch. If I will say switch, you know, switch statement, how to start them. Okay, so switch statement will come in here. Okay, so with switch statement, you also have this practice work over there. So the more condition you need to test, the more you need to use a what statement? Switch statement. Okay, so this is the answer is switch statement. Okay, You can go to the next question. Whenever you could use an switch statement and its variation, you can use switch. Okay, wherever you could use an if and else statement, the answer is if and else statement. You see, whenever you use if and else statement and its variation, you can use the switch statement. So in order for you to learn each and every single statement, I suggest you to complete this exercise. Okay, so this is your next site assignment uh, for you to to go and search all these statements, switch cases, while loop, do while loop, and for loop in this book, and do practice as much as you can. Not only practice on that book, also you need to practice on your this code. Okay. Okay, now let's move to the next chapter. Okay, today we are going to learn about the loop controls. Okay, uh, we already learned many things about our loops. Okay, so today we are going to learn about loop controls. Basically, what is the loop control? In JavaScript, it provides full control to handle our loops and switch statement. This loop control, if I'm talking about loops, I'm talking about switch as well. Switch and loops more or less are the same thing. Okay. Okay, now there may be situation when you need to come out of any loop. Okay, uh, without reaching at its bottom. Okay, there may be loop condition. There may be thousands of conditions appearing in loop, and you wanted to quit uh, quit loop with any specific condition. Okay, so how you get quits from that loop? Okay, so we will have some loop control on it. Okay, so this situation when you wanted to skip a part of your code or back and start the next iteration of the loop. Okay, to handle all such situation, JavaScript provide you two statement. First one is break statement and second one is continue statement. Okay, now let's learn about break statement. What is the break statement? The break statement, which was briefly introduced with the switch statement, is used to exit a loop early. Okay, for example, if you wanted to exit from the loop earlier or maybe in any condition, then this break statement will come. Break break will help you to out the enclosing, to get exit from your code actually. Okay, now let's learn about the syntax of this thing, this code. Okay, in order for us to get better understanding, I am on my code editor. Okay, so I will keep it each and everything over here like that. Okay, now first what I do. Okay, I am going to define variable. I will say variable x is equal to 1. Okay, remember, whenever you close any line, you should use semicolon. Okay, semicolon is very important. You can skip the semicolon, but this is not good practice. But in order to have a good practice, you should, close each line with semicolon. Now I will say document dot write. I'll say entering. Okay, no, entering the loop. what I'm doing now, I'm entering in a loop. What I do, I will use the break function like that, again using HTML. Okay, so this one, let's use our which loop. Okay, I'm going to use while loop. Okay, we will have some repetition for that thing, so you will understand how while loop works, and how we are what is the while loop exactly. So it will be our revision exactly. While x great less than 20. Okay, what I said, loop will run up till my x value less than 20, means loop will stop at 19 value. Okay, so after that I will open my curly braces. Okay, I say, okay, if x equal to, means equal to 5, then what happened? Again, we have learned if and else condition, right? I am using while condition, and inner while condition I am using if statement. If x is equal to 5, then what it should do? It will break. I wanted to break it. I wanted to break the loop. Okay. Initially I defined what? While loop should run up till less than 20, means 19. Now in between loop, I said if it reaches 5, equal to 5, it should break. Okay. Now I can easily write over here. It will break out of loop completely. Okay. So it will not go and move to the next line. Okay. And here, what I do, I did not complete it yet. Okay. Here I will say x is equal to x plus 1. Okay. And at the same time, document dot write x plus. Okay, I should close it. And here I said document dot write loop stop. Okay, so let's see what will be the result. I copy the code, copy path, I paste it over here. See what happened? Entering in a loop, 2, 3, 4, 5, loop end, loop stop. Let's check another value. I wanted to run up till what? Up till 10. Okay, let's see what happened. See, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 10, it stopped. Let's say I don't want it to stop. If I will not break, what happened? I will say Control X. Okay, save. It will run up till 20. You see, start with 2 and it will run up till 20. So because here I will put break, I wanted to stop at 4, because I break at 4, so it's immediately it's break. Okay, for you to do practice more, I am going to paste this link to your message. Everyone, okay, so hope you guys understand what is break. Okay, now let's learn about the continue statement. What if I don't want it to, break anything? I wanted to continue the operation, something like that. Okay, so how we perform this operation actually, you know, the what happened in the continue statement? It's tell us the interpreter to immediately start the next iteration of the loop and skip the remaining code of block. When a continue statement is encountered, the program flow moves to the loop, check expression immediately, and if the condition remains true, then it start the next iteration. Otherwise, the control comes out of the loop. Okay, so let's have an example of that. So how we perform this continue operation. Okay, I will keep the same example. Okay, I'll say entering in the loop, I'll say x less than, let me decrease this value. If x is equal to 5, okay, then I'll say instead of break, I'll say continue. Okay, let's go. What to say? It will continue. Okay, now it's continue. I'll uh, and this will be at the top. Okay, let's see. See what happened? 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. Where is 5? 5 is not there. Why? What I said in my programming. If x is equal to 5, don't do anything. Just skip that 5 and continue for the next line. Get your point? What happened? For example, let me reduce this number. Let me reduce this number to 8. Okay, and I said, okay, if 5, okay, if 2 is coming, continue. I will say another if. Okay, another if it says if 2 and 6 is there, then continue. Means my loop should continue, it should not get stopped. But if 6 is there, 2 is there, it should skip it, but my loop should continue till the end. Let us see. You see, 2 is not there, 3, 4, 5, 6 are not there, 7, 8, and loop stop. Okay, so this is how it works as break and continue. Okay, hope you guys understand, because my pace is very slow today. I'm not going to go fast. Abdurrahman, is it okay? Abdurrahman, my pace is okay. You guys are understand, right? Okay, so so these two things I wanted to explain you in detail, by the way. So the next advanced thing, definitely I encourage you guys to go and learn in detail in that book, which I said smart way to learn JavaScript. So it is really very good book. It will help you a lot. It will help you to learn. So please, start using it. Okay, so our next topic is about the function. Okay, this is something, I would like to start it, and I will continue this function class for in the next class as well. So for you to have good practice at your home, because 1 week time is more than enough for you guys. so you can easily do practice as much as you as possible. Okay, so let's learn about the function. Okay, what are the function? uh, a function is a group of reusable code. For example, you create one big code, big coding, and this coding is doing some kind of operation, some kind of math operation. For example, you have write one program which, for example, you enter 10, it will give you 10 tables, 10 table till 20. Okay, you enter 8, it give you 8 table till 20. Okay, so you how you perform this, you have performed, maybe you have performed with normal coding. But what if you wanted to use this code again and again and again? So definitely you wanted to store that thing somewhere. So this is the function where we can easily store our value and recall it again and again. You get my point? So again, I'm repeating, a function is a group of reusable code which can be called anywhere in your program. This eliminates the need of writing the same code again and again. It helps you guys, actually you guys are programmer, in writing this codes. Function allow a programmer to divide a big program into a number of small and meaningful functions. Okay, like I give you example of table. So you can easily create a table function as well. Like any other advanced programming language, JavaScript also supports all the features necessary to write modular code using function. You must have seen, function like, last time we have using this function in our uh, coding document dot write. This is also function, but this is built-in function. Built-in function means the function which is using internally by JavaScript. Okay, now let's learn about the definition of function definition. uh, Before we use a function, we need to define it. Okay, how we define, we will learn it. The most common way to define a function in JavaScript is by using a function keyword. Okay, I will let you know what is the function keyword in our practice session. Okay, followed by a unique function name, a list parameter that might be empty, and uh, statement block surrounding by curly braces. Whenever we use while, we use while loop, for loop, do while loop. Whenever we start, we have after starting, we are using curly braces. Similar way, whenever we start function, we will use curly bracket. Okay, let us learn the syntax for that. Okay, first I will copy this code. Okay, so you guys should have each and everything. Okay, now I am going to remove everything from here. Okay, so we have function in between here. I'm writing the syntax first. Okay, how you start writing the function. Function is a keyword. Okay, then function name. You can use any function name. You can use Ryan, you can use Umar, you can use Abdurrahman, anything. Anything will be your function name. Then here will be your parameter list. Okay, here will be your parameter list. And then after that, you need to start your curly braces. You need to write your statement here. Okay, and end it. So this will be a simple syntax for for your function. Okay, let us create a function. Okay, I'm going to create one simple function which say hello. Okay, hello. There will be no parameter value, but I still have to define the curly braces. And here I am going to use one new keyword which is alert. What is that? Alert. Alert, hello world. Okay, my alert will show hello world. Okay, so this is my function. Okay, I define it, I can save it, but I cannot see anywhere. This is just I create my function. Okay, this is the simplest function. I can use it. Now I need to recall the same function somewhere. Okay, so how I recall this function? Let us learn this thing, how we recall this function anywhere. Okay, okay. For example, what I do, I'll say alert instead of alert, I'll say again, I'm using the same thing, document dot write. Okay, this is, and I said hello world. Okay, so this is the same thing, I'm going to use it. Okay, and by the way, okay, I wanted to define this somewhere on top of that. Let's do it from here. I'll cut. I wanted to define underhead. You remember we learned about placement. So I wanted to place this script under the head. Okay, and I wanted to call this function, where I wanted to call this function, under body. Okay, see, now I'm going to use some of my HTML paragraph. Click the following button to call the function. Okay, this paragraph is end. Now you remember what we have learned in our HTML. We can easily create a form, right? So for the creating a form, what we use, form, right? Form, and it should be end it here. And how I create input device, I will say input, right? Input type is equal to what type? Button. Okay, button. And now how I call this function in button, there are many built-in function available in JavaScript. One of the built-in function is on click. What is that? On click. See, on click. When on click, it will say hello and close it. Okay, it will it will automatically call my function, say hello, and the value it should pass. What is the value? It say hello. Okay, and after that I can close it. Okay, close this form, and here I will add one more thing, one more paragraph. This will say end. Okay, something like that. Okay, so you can use your own things. So now let us recall this function and learn what is that exactly. I refresh it. See, click the following button to call a function. I say hello world. You see, it's automatically coming here. I will refresh this button. Okay, hold on. What is that? Copy part, paste it here. You see, click the following button to call the function. When I call the function, what it says? Hello world. So it starts to say hello world. Okay. Now I say hello Ryan. Okay. Hello Ryan. Instead of hello world, I'll say hello Ryan. Control. Say hello. Hello Ryan. Okay. So you can use this function in that way. Okay, I keep my class till till this point because there are so many lengthy things which you need to learn. In next class we will dedicate full of our class for the function. Okay, we will learn function in detail, in depth. So please stay with me, and I encourage you to practice at your home by using this book. Okay, this book is really very helpful for you to guide you how to do it. For example, what we have learned today. Okay, whatever we learn today, it is automatically coming over here. Okay, let's see. Okay, today we have learned alert as well. Okay, and today we start learning about functions. Okay, you can click on function. First, it will define you function definition. A function is a block of JavaScript that robotically does the same thing again and again. Whenever you invoke its name, it saves you repetitive coding and makes your code easier to understand. On your website, suppose there is several pages where you want it to display an alert that tells the user the current time. To keep simple, will settle for 24 hours time rather than converting am and pm. The code might look at this like that. Okay, so they have given you coding as well. So what I encourage you, please, please, please do practice as much as possible and learn it. And if there is any problem, please coordinate with me over the WhatsApp. I'm available for you, and inshallah I will guide you. And here I would like to end up my class, because your assignment, again, your assignment to you have to explore this book. A smart way to learn Java is JavaScript. You have to repeat while loop, for loop, do while loop, and also function. Okay, so I'm going to end this class today, and if there is any query or anything, please ask me now. Okay, so I'm going to stop my class now. Okay, inshallah, see you next week. Assalamu alaikum.